Thiepval Memorial near Albert in Picardy is a monument to the 72,191 whose remains were never recovered to be given a resting place of their own. These are the missing of the Somme campaign. On the first day alone, the 1st of July 1916, almost 60,000 were wounded, killed or missing. Between 1915 and November 1918, 96,000 British soldiers were killed or listed as missing. This is a memory to one killed on the 3rd of July, attacking the already devastated village of Thiepval. His body lies somewhere below the fields of that village. Of the 72,191 remembered, here one is special to me. Lawrence Devaney, an uncle I never knew. A man who sacrificed his future for ours, or more probably a boy, as he could have been only 19 when he died. Thiepval is a tiny village in Picardy, approximately 5 miles from Albert. The largest city in the area is Amiens, which is the capital of the Somme department in Picardy. This is a copy of the War Department's trench map for the Thiepval area, which is about 4.5 miles north of Albert in Picardy. The area the South Lancs Regiment is to attack is shown in the pale green just south of Thiepval. The following is a quotation taken from the battalion diaries for the day. This is written by the adjutant, probably in a makeshift battalion HQ situated in the trenches. On the 3rd of July 1916, battalion arrived in position about 1:30 a.m. Heavy artillery fire still proceeding. About 6:15 a.m. the attack was launched. The attack by the battalion extended over a frontage of about 250 yards with a depth of about 600 yards, this being the third line of the enemy's front system. Map reference France sheet 57D, SE R31 A and B. These companies D, C and A left our own parapet in succession at 6:15 a.m, B company remaining in reserve. About 7 a.m. it was apparent that the first line of the enemy's trenches had been entered with slight opposition, but own front line trenches were being heavily shelled by the enemy. At 8:40 a.m. it was apparent that own attack generally had broken down, and at 9:30 a.m. the commanding officer made a report on the situation as follows. The attack is unsuccessful and we hold no part of the enemy's line. The attack was made on a frontage of 2 platoons, D company leading. This company entered the enemy's trenches in good style, but was subsequently held up by machine gun fire. All the officers of this company are missing. One known killed as he left parapet. The company appears to have been exterminated. Practically all are missing. Of the second company to advance, I can only now account for approximately one officer, 3 NCOs and about 25 men. They were apparently all held up by machine gun fire. Of the third company, I can only now account for one officer, 1 sergeant and 30 men. The officer commanding in leading company, Captain Whitaker, has crawled back badly wounded, also 2 men. Attack by battalion on my right also failed. 2 companies got in, but were reported bombed back. The report ends. Private 18139 Lawrence Devaney was killed on the 3rd of July 1916, advancing with D Company of the 2nd Battalion, South Lancashire Regiment. His body was found on the battlefield on the 10th of October 1916. It was not possible to recover the remains at that time, and they were lost and never recovered. Ideas sown with fruit in mind, a harvest of pain and mutilation, futures sacrificed for a few more yards of foreign bloodied earth. So many gambles squandered, their goal the forgotten, but not a few. No Nelsons, Wellingtons, Montgomerys or Churchills lie amongst these brave men. Not his choice, this ground. The mud of Picardy is not where he should rest. Like so many, the choice was made. A babe himself, he would never know the warmth of a woman's love. The fingers of a child around his thumb. Old age, what's that to a boy who will never be a man?